So you can go down to Home Depot or Lowe's, and go into the window department and actually talk to one of the window order specialists and just tell them, hey, it's a mobile home. Here's my situation, and whether or not they turn you on to something that's right on the shelf, or whether they actually just special order those windows for you. And special order doesn't mean more expensive; it just means waiting for them. They'll take care of you. Hey, see that? Right at the end, we answered a home question. Yeah, house sitting. Barbara, Merry Christmas, and thanks for the call. And thanks to everybody who called in today. And for listening, always. You are a great gift to us. The fact that, especially our Saturday morning crew, to wake up and spend your Saturday mornings, it is a privilege to be with us. Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you, Sam. Merry Christmas, Layla. You and to everybody at KFI, just have a wonderful, wonderful day. And we will see you tomorrow. And what's going to go on tomorrow? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to make design and construction predictions for the new year. That's tomorrow's show. See you again at 9 o'clock. Have a great day. When your brain gently numbs, thinking of snowflakes and sugar plums, KFI is keeping track of who's naughty, who's nice, and everything else going on in the world. KOST HD2. Los Angeles, always sunny. Live everywhere on the Avenir Radio app. At a mall, I'm Lady Muhammad live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Police in Victorville have caught a man after he fought a woman and pistol with her inside a shopping mall. An argument between the man and woman caused him to whip out a gun and swing, hitting her in the head. This shopper tells local reporter Jose Gonzalez he was getting a haircut when it happened. We heard chaos, people running, and we thought we heard a couple gunshots. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says no shots were fired. They arrested the man at a nearby restaurant after finding the gun in his backpack. He's reported to be a minor. This is the third incident at the mall. A shooting on Wednesday night also involves minors, and an 8-year-old girl was hit by gunfire at the same mall in late November. Andrew Carabella, KFI News. The California Attorney General's office is investigating the fatal officer-involved shooting of a 14-year-old girl in North Hollywood. The girl was accidentally shot by LAPD officers Thursday morning in a Burlington store on Victory Boulevard. Officials say officers had shot and killed a man who was beating a woman when one of the bullets went through a wall behind the man. The girl and her mother were in a dressing room on the other side of that wall. Chief Moore has ordered the release of body cam footage on Monday. News brought to you by Lunar Hero. The hard-cut work of people who live in Orange County's Silverado Canyon could be put to the test again tonight. As another storm moves in, this woman says the damage from the rain Thursday and yesterday was not as bad as damage done from recent storms.
It was all day. Every inch of this canyon that I went through, somebody was preparing sandbags and barriers everywhere.
People also built drainage systems, but they say they worry tonight's storm could mean more mudslides. Insurance companies in California say they are happy to pay for people's upcoming COVID tests, but previous ones are a different story.
An association of insurance companies is asking a judge to block a state bill provision that would have providers the tax for people's previous workplace COVID-19 tests. The bill, which goes into effect January 1st, requires the companies pay for workplace tests dating back to March of 2020, when a state of emergency was declared. The companies are now objecting to paying for tests done after the bill goes into effect. Blake Crowley, KFI News.
Hospitals across the nation are preparing for possibly staff shortages because of COVID. Oklahoma University Dr. Dale Drexler says Omicron is causing bed shortages and staff shortages in hospitals.
We want to have enough people to keep all the hospital beds open if we free 10%, 20% of the workforce, the healthcare workforce, get Omicron and have to go into isolation.
He says Omicron has a heightened transmissibility, which poses a greater risk to healthcare workers than previous variants. Queen Elizabeth has wished everyone a Merry Christmas.
For me, as a month since the death of my beloved Philip, I have drawn great comfort from the warmth and affection of the many tributes to his life and work. From around the country, the Commonwealth, and the world,
Queen Elizabeth sat beside a framed photo of her late husband, Prince Philip, to tell the world she joyfully celebrates the holidays. Let's head now to a stall on the 405 in Redondo Beach.
That's southbound at Inglewood Avenue. It's stuck in the carpool lane, so it's causing some stop-and-go delays as you come across Rosecrans Avenue. The wet roads on the 91 West are causing some slowing in Long Beach. That's once you get past Philly Avenue, it'll ease up for you once you get to the 710. And for good news, on the 110 southbound in Elysian Park at Academy Road, earlier wreck there has been cleared out of lanes. Traffic has recovered. Kfi in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Company. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big when you call 8338-ROCKET today. For example, with a $250,000 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, you could get a new low rate under 3%. If your current rate is over 3.75%, you could lower your payment by over $100 a month, saving thousands in interest. But you've got to act now, because no one knows how long these low rates will last. So when you need a simple way to get big savings, Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
The refinance offer achieves a rate of 2.99%, 3.21% APR, 7% loan-to-value ratio for the cost of 1.75 points, $4,375 due at closing. Monthly payment is $1,062.66. Taxes and insurance are included. Payment will be greater rates. Current over 7.6. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender. License and all 50 states and NLS Consumer Act number 3030.
Southland weather from KFI. More rain today. So you're starting your trip with one with some rain. A chance for some afternoon thunderstorms as well. The rain will be heavy overnight and snow as well in the mountains. Highs in the upper 50s along the coast, mid-50s to upper 50s in the valleys, and low 50s in the IE, upper 30s in the mountains. Right now it's 52 degrees in Santa Ana, 53 in San Clemente, 50 in Glendale, 48 in Diamond Bar. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Layla Muhammad.
Advice where I tell you you have absolutely no case. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com. And if you're a lawyer and want to join our team, if people desperately need your help, go to handleonthelaw.com and click on the Join Today tab at the top of the page. The following will be the program. All right, let me tell you a story. There's certain lawsuits that I just love. Now, usually when it comes to police excessive force of either the police or guards in jail, that sort of thing, we've had scandal after scandal here in Southern California. There is a case going on right now where two former Oklahoma jail employees and their supervisors face misdemeanor cruelty charges. All right, what did they do? Did they starve the inmates? They did not. Did they beat them mercilessly? They did not. Did they torture them? They did. And what did they do? They were handcuffed for hours, and forced to stand, which is a legitimate complaint. But the one in which it is pretty well regarded, it could be regarded as a crime against humanity. That's how serious this is. They were made to stand for hours and listen to Baby Shark. Hours and hours of this. Wow. Okay, can you imagine that? That's hour after hour. I mean, that is spectacular. That's how they got Noriega, the dictator of Panama, where he was pulled up, and I think when he had intervened, and it intervened in Panama, actually invaded, and there was Noriega, who was in the presidential palace, locked up, and they didn't want to go in and fight, so for weeks, they're out there and blaring metal rock at him. Hey, works for me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a phone call or two. Mark! Hello, Mark, you're up. Welcome.
Yes, I'd like to know if my notary public is okay to misspell September, it's spelled S-E-M-P-T, that's S-E-M-P-T, for my grant deed.
Yeah, that's probably okay. It's probably okay. What's your name, Mark? What's your last name?
Yeah, W-O-N-D.
Yeah, now if they were wrong, what's your first name? Oh, Mark, right. Now if it were Mark Hitler, that would probably be a little different. But September, nah, it's okay. Depends on what's spelled. You know, for example, dates that have significance. If there is something that has been recorded prior to a date that in fact is that is put in wrong and it affects ownership, that's a big deal. But misspelling September is not the end of the world. You should be okay.
It's in my written correct and it got recorded.
It doesn't matter, you can change it. You don't have to change it. What is someone going to say? It's not September?
I don't know.
Well, let me put it this way. What person do you think is going to say that's not September, that's some other month? And then the question becomes, Mark, what other month could that be?
I don't know, but if I'm deceased, I won't be able to say anything.
Right? Oh, I'm sorry, because you're the only person on the planet that would say S-E-M-P-T is misspelled for September. Because the rest of the world is going to follow that spelling. You're fine, Mark, and you will be deceased. That's correct. Gee, is it spelled correctly? The only person in the world that knows whether it's spelled correctly or not is Mark, and there he is under the ground over there. Let's exhume him. Anthony! Hi, Anthony. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I was denied service at a McDonald's drive-thru. I was on a motorized scooter, like an umbrella.
Actually, that's a really good question.
And?
Yeah, it has a ITC insurance, registration, it has license plates, and they said they couldn't serve me on something like that.
Well, they said they wouldn't serve you, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right, so what's your question?
Isn't it a violation of civil rights? Because I remember hearing on the news that somebody's denied on a mobility scooter. I can understand that. McDonald's doesn't have insurance for things like that.
Sure they do.
Well, you can't
Of course not. Of course insurance has mobility insurance for people that are on a mobility scooter under the ADA. But I don't think that... here, let me ask you. The scooter that you're on, what's the brand?
It's a Chinese brand. It's like a Vespa.
Okay, so it's a knockoff of an Italian scooter, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's the problem. Under the law, legitimate scooters coming from legitimate companies that first created them are covered. Knockoffs from China are excluded from coverage under the Civil Rights Act. No, they can say no. Anthony, they can say no scooters, no service. No masks, no shirts, no bare feet, and no scooters. They can say that. There is no constitutional right to ride a scooter up to a McDonald's drive-thru. There is the constitutional right if you're in a vehicle in which you are limited to because you are disabled and it's legitimate. You see the difference between constitutional rights conserved when you're under disability and constitutional rights when you're with a knockoff scooter that you hope people think it's a real thing because they don't think it's cheap?
Well, I had to pay insurance and I had to get registration.
Doesn't matter. So what? So what? Hey, how about this? I'm driving a massive truck with 6-foot wheels, and I drive past, and they say, we're not going to lean up. We're not going to get in here. We're not going to open the doors too close to the window. Get out of here. I have insurance for this truck. I've rented the truck. It is legal. Why would you think they say no?
Well, what is the difference between the scooter and then Harley Davidson driving up?
Well, first of all, one is a knockoff. One made in China, the other is made in America. There's a lot of pro-American sentiment. I don't know. Probably not. Are you saying that Harley Davidson they allow and Vespas they don't?
So that's racist. Then they cannot be because I had a Chinese bike.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. It's the old racist scooter. Yeah, there's your cause of action. Discrimination based on a Chinese knockoff of a Italian-made scooter. I really do. This is Handle on the Law.
I'm Layla Muhammad, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Staples Center will officially be renamed tonight. The building will be rebranded as Crypto.com Arena. Two servers at a restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico have received a massive tip. A group of business owners left $5,555 in a tip. Authorities on one of Spain's Canary Islands have declared an official end to a volcanic eruption that started back in September. The eruption on La Palma caused an estimated $1 billion in damage. We're checking out traffic on the 405 next.
If you own a business and manage to keep 5 or more people on the payroll through the pandemic, there's a new government program that will pay you tens of thousands of dollars per employee. And this is not a loan. This is a grant. The challenge is getting your hands on this money. This is a bureaucracy. InnovationRefunds.com cuts through the red tape, helps you get the cash. They do all of the legwork. They don't charge a penny until you receive the money. And what they do is simply share a percentage of the money they get from you. They got my business a 6-figure refund. Now, their average client gets $250,000. That's impressive. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. InnovationRefunds.com, it's no risk, and it certainly is high reward. InnovationRefunds.com, they help me, I'm sure they can help you. InnovationRefunds.com.
From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. A stall has cleared on the 405 in Redondo Beach.
Back southbound at Inglewood Avenue, it's been moved out of the carpool lane, so your traffic has are covered there. Willowbrook on the 105 westbound just before Wilmington Avenue. Watch out for a wreck that's blocking the 2 middle lanes. You're tapping your brakes as soon as you come across Long Beach Boulevard. And in downtown LA on the 110 southbound at 3rd Street. Watch out for a crash blocking the right lane. You're tapping your brakes as you approach there. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's Winterfest, save $80 on a DeWalt 2-tool 20-volt max brushless drill kit. Was $229. Now $149. While supplies last. Offer valid through 12/29, U.S. only.
This is confusing about how to protect yourself from COVID. One thing is certain. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer to check for fever or even signs of flu and COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider the first sign of fever. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers that have no scientific study. Only the Exergen Temple Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
No one tries to be unsafe online, but during the holidays, when you give up info and privacy, you may give up safety too. That's cookies to get holiday cookies? Oh, hey! Norton 360 with LifeLock helps keep your digital world merry and bright with device security, a VPN for privacy, identity theft protection, and more. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can opt in to cyber safety. Visit Norton.com/join and save 25% or more off your first year of Norton 360 with LifeLock.
Hello? Hi, Linda. I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and I'm calling to give you a very dramatic helpfulness.
Okay.
We heard you know of some children who could use our help.
We have a charter school that is in South LA. It's probably one of the most income zip codes. Many of our students are homeless. So every year we have the Adopt a Child Christmas program. So knowing that a student may not receive a gift is so heartbreaking.
Well, Honda would like to help. We are going to donate presents so they can have a great Christmas morning.
Oh my gosh, It's incredible. We so appreciate that. I can't even tell you what that does.
Today we help spread some joy. And during Happy Honda Days, we can help you too. Right now, you can get 0% APR financing on an award-winning Honda SUV, like the 2022 Pilot. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to find the helpful Honda dealer near you. For well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Honda Financial Services. Linda is a real person with paid to be on the radio. Hello, and welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Jill Piazza. Life is just too short to be listening to bad podcasts. Every week we will bring you the latest and, dare I say, the greatest in podcast releases as we chat with some of the smartest and most talented folks in the business. You can listen to the podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Every family should have a living trust, but not everyone wants to hire an expensive attorney and pay thousands of dollars to set one up. That's why you should use Laguna Legal. Laguna Legal is a California-based legal document service that can set up your living trust for just $950. A complete estate plan for just $950. Laguna Legal makes the process of legal paperwork simple, smooth, and affordable. With their affordable living trust package, you'll have everything you need to protect your family from probate and avoid inheritance taxes. Laguna Legal also specializes in divorce mediation, setting up corporations, and preparation of many other legal documents. Laguna Legal offers direct electronic recording services throughout the U.S. For more information on a $950 complete estate plan or to access the online questionnaire, visit LagunaLegalHelp.com. That's LagunaLegalHelp.com or call 800-915-2345. 800-915-2345. The employees of Laguna Legal are not attorneys and cannot give legal advice. They are bonded and certified legal document assistants. Laguna Legal works closely with several attorneys who can give you the legal advice you need. Call 800-915-2345.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, but one thing is for certain. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the estrogen temple scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind it, and can make the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at estrogen.com.
No one tries to be unsafe online, but during the holidays, when you give up info and privacy, you may give up safety tips. Except cookies to get holiday cookies? Oh, okay. Norton 360 with Wi-Fi helps keep your digital world merry and bright with device security, a VPN for privacy, identity theft protection, and more. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can opt in to cyber safety. Visit Norton.com/join and save 25% or more off your first year of Norton 360 with Wi-Fi.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and Navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug, it's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hope, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, it's Dean with a tip on how to trim your trees properly. Trees don't heal the same way that people do. You don't want to scar the adjoining branch, and you don't want to leave a stub. Cut as close to the adjoining branch as possible. In a few weeks, you can see a little donut of bark form around your cut. That's how you know you did it right.
Being sharp, the house whisperer.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Welcome back to Handle on the Law. Arthur! Hello, Arthur. Welcome. Arthur. Yes, sir. Yes, that would be nice. There you go.
Yeah, no, I don't know how do we transport of course, from one state to another.
Yeah, bunch of different ways you can do it. Okay. You can drag them across, and leave a trail. That's one way of doing it.
Well, that's going to make it a little difficult.
Okay.
I'm going to be court.
Oh, yeah, that is a little difficult. Actually, I think you just in your case, throw you in a box and just drive you across. I don't think there is any law that limits state-by-state transportation of a dead person. Internationally, it's a different story. Internationally, you need permits. Both countries need to be apprised and have to okay it. You have to be quarantined, especially for COVID. You have to show your shot when you go in another country that you've been immunized in case of the transmission of COVID or other diseases. They do want, if you haven't, and there's a two-week quarantine in a hotel room. So yeah, I don't think there's any limit. You're and if there is any paperwork, the mortuary takes care of it. I mean, you don't deal with it at all.
Yeah, well, I'm on the wheeled body program.
Okay.
I'm in Arizona, so there's for some reason man they're taking it to live into a state you have to be a resident.
Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, but hang on a minute. Let's think about this for a moment. Right, you have a family plot in New Orleans, and you happen to be on a vacation, or you happen to be on a business trip, and you pop over in another state. You need a permit to move one state to the other.
Where's the charging?
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. You can move everything else
where
across
is it?
state lines. I don't know why you can't move bodies.
Mom, can't help me?
When do you plan on dying? Arthur, you seem reasonably healthy. When do you plan on dying?
It depends on which one of my quacks you talk to. One guy gave me 6 months about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Another guy gave me 2 years, that's about 3 years ago.
All right, what do you have? What are you suffering from?
Pickled liver.
Pickled liver. Yeah, you did a fair amount of drinking, huh?
I've got my share.
Okay, good enough. Robert, hello, Robert. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hey, Bill, okay, my question is, I stay in a convalescent home. I'm on Social Security. The convalescent home is my payee. I received the $1,200 stimulus check. For 4 weeks, I asked for $20. On the 5th week, I asked for $20, and they told me they used my money because I had a sheriff call. And my question to you is, were they allowed to do that right there? And if not, how could I get that money back?
You know, that's a very good question. Where the stimulus check goes to the individual, of course, but the way the care system in the United States, depending on what governmental system you have, they're allowed to take all the checks, Social Security checks, etc., to maintain you. And whether that stimulus check falls under that kind of program, for example, here in California, we have a Medi-Cal program, but you have to have no assets. And that's the only way you can register. You have to be poor to register. And they look at all the different assets, and they look at all the money coming in. And so, I don't know the answer to that. It's a very good question. Whether the stimulus checks are eligible, I don't know if that's been answered even. Whether the stimulus checks are allowed to be kept by the individual. Right. Morgan, that's the one question this hour in which I'm allowed to be wrong, okay? So from now on, you say, Bill loves your question, and he's always right. Jennifer! Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
So my question is, I've been renting a house since 2014, and I have a very good landlord, And we had a leak in a pipe where they've had to demo the entire downstairs. The house is considered uninhabitable right now. So I've been staying in a hotel while they do the repairs. And I've been in a hotel since February 12th. And my question is, am I responsible for the rent while I've been temporarily displaced? Because I paid full rent on February 1st, but I've been out of the house since February 12th. And when March rent was due, I emailed my landlord, and he said he'd take $1,000 off. So I ended up paying $1,750 for March, but they haven't even begun the repairs yet. So I wasn't sure if I was legally responsible.
Well, you're legally responsible for the rent, and the landlord is legally responsible to maintain you if you can't provide if you can't provide the premises. You're not allowed to have a double hit, in other words. You can't be in a situation where you don't pay rent and the landlord's paying for you to stay someplace else, because you have free tenancy at that point. So, depending, there's a couple arguments both ways. I'm paying full tilt, and I'm getting crap. I can't even cook my own food, and that's costing me a fortune. So, there's an argument there. You can go a bunch of ways. You can simply say, I need a true reduction of rent that, in fact, accepts the fact that my tenancy is much lowered because of the circumstances, or I don't pay rent at all, and you have to pay a portion of what I'm paying. I don't know. It depends on the local ordinance. Every ordinance is different. So I would check. What city are you in?
San Diego.
All right,
Right now I'm paying rent and paying for the hotel.
Oh, that doesn't work. I'll tell you right now, you paying rent and you're paying for your hotel room, that's a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
So check with the rent stabilization people, the people in the city that control the rent, because they're aware of both what the state requirements are, the county requirements, and of course any local requirements. This is Handle on the Law.
Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Officials say it may have been a great white shark that killed a surfer in Central California.
It happened in Morro Bay, north of Los Angeles, in an area of the beach known as the Pit.
ABC's Kaylee Harton says the man was pulled from the water yesterday morning. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife says shark